Hey, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode. I haven't played this game in a while, so another episode of Slay the Princess. This is the first game I'm playing and recording for YouTube in 2 months, so I hope it goes well, I hope it goes good. Slightly remember what happened last time in this game, but I'm sort of excited to see what happens, because apparently there's so many different types of endings that we haven't seen, that I haven't seen. Okay, so I quickly had to Google it because it was bothering me. So apparently you have to say new game, and then to experience the different outcomes. I wasn't aware of that because the last time I played this game was actually March. Wait, where was it? Load. March. Sunday, March 31st, 2024. Holy shit, that's the last time I played this game. That's why I'm a bit confused. Let's see. Suddenly continue to the cabin, turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to...
Okay. Quietly continue.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
We're actually leaving?
What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, that was me talking to myself.
That's strange. It looks like this path...
You can't leave, okay.
The cabin.
That's clever.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay. Okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh. Nah, I'm not gonna turn around.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
I remember I didn't like him the last time.
Before you go any further.
I don't think anyone likes him. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm skipping over this.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Proceed to the cabin shop.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your...
Yeah. Let's save her. So take the blade.
You take the blade.
Sure, whatever. Even though I haven't played it in a while, I still feel like
The door
it's...
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp.
Sorry, I remember now. She's gonna sound very like... Not bitchy,
the princess
but...
really lives here. Slaying her
Listen to her. She's not gonna sound sincere or cute or anything.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Okay, well, I could have said this now. I completely forgot that, like, there's a moment for me to do this. She's gonna sound... Oh, hello, someone there, you know? And not all... Hi, how are you? Are you gonna save me?
Who's there?
Is he? Who's there? Whew! She sounds like a mistress.
She sounds dangerous.
No, mistress.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part...
Hi! Just checking in on you. Just checking in on you. I think I'm here to continue. Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
So someone has... Wait a minute. So someone has come down there. Was it not the narrator a while ago?
You walk down the stairs.
Hey, girl!
Eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Hold up. The first time I actually played this game, right? She was scary as fuck. And I actually did what the game said. Slay the princess. But then the one after that, she was actually cute.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Yep.
Is she really a threat to the world?
The guy who sketched this really deserves a lot of credit.
Focus on the task.
She is beautiful. Okay.
And there you are.
Are you going to kill me or
kill
something?
me or something?
Woo! Look at that face, not impressed. What? No way, why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you called me, I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh! Oh wait, what? Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. Boom.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh?
No
talking
talking.
then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
What makes you think I'm going to kill you? You have that big ass thing on your
Probably
arm.
chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
Yeah,
If
narrator.
that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
True that.
She's unarmed. If you
No, shut up. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, say the princess. Drop the blade? Oh, literally she just slay the princess. Drop the blade.
The blade tumbles.
Yeah, you're unhappy.
Maybe
now
we
we can just talk.
talk.
Against your
Woo!
better judgment,
She looks
you
very
step
annoyed.
forward to speak with the princess face to face,
Unarmed.
unarmed.
Ah,
You'll be
whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
Yeah, I'm going to need
So
it.
here we are.
What do you
What
an
an
awkward
awkward start to a relationship.
We have a relationship? Relationship? Are you coming on? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Do we? How would I get out of here? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
No comment?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information a secret. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. I'm more inclined to trust you. Remain silent. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
She just looks more annoyed.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't
True.
sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
True.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
You don't look like
But
an
you
orphan
don't really
person to
know
me.
me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Well, you get your life to lose. Oh.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
And yours is?
Like I said, it's all about trust.
Blind trust. Props to the person
So do
who
you
voices
trust
her.
me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world?
Or do you
Or
trust,
do you trust
whoever put me here? I honestly, I don't know.
This isn't about
I just
trust.
know I don't like
This
the
is
narrator.
about risk.
Whatever. How would I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Okay, we've talked enough. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Again, she offers no specifics.
And you do?
How hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
If I click now, can the voice of the hero actually tell the narrator neither do you, please? Nothing. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here, examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to now, man.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Ah, her face changed.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the
She's
wall.
gonna bite her arm
Large
off.
and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key.
Yeah. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. I know it's not upstairs.
Fine.
Huh?
I can lose an arm.
How long have you been down here to say that like that? Okay.
She speaks with almost. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm
sure
we'd
we'd be nonchalant about cutting our arm off.
You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else here?
No. Hey, let me out. Try the door. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom
So
of the stairs.
this would have been much
This
easier
would
if
have
simply
been so
chained
much
her, stayed
easier
her.
for whom?
Easier for everyone.
Everyone.
I heard the door slam.
They locked you down here,
They
didn't
locked you
they?
down here too. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Okay.
You won't like what happened.
Whatever. Save.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the
Look at how it
massive,
wiggles.
unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
She said it's
The blade
fine.
is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone.
And
She
pulls the
pulls
bleeding stub out of her
bleeding
arm
stub
through
of her
the
arm. She
iron
didn't
gauntlet.
so much as utter a sound.
Yep.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even
Bothered by
by
it.
Thank you. Now
Now let's get out of here. Sure. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that.
The stakes are too high. You can just let her
You can't
escape
just
through
let
the
her
wall.
escape
No, I
into
just.
the Wont. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your
Your
body
body
steps
steps
forward
raises
and
the
raises.
blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Stop it! Stop it! That's kind of like how it sounds. Resist.
The blade.
Move the blade.
Blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I remember last time I did this to the point where literally I just decided to slay her.
I'll make this quick.
Are you gonna...
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Look at our hands! This is truly Beauty and the Beast?
Then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground,
blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end,
Isn't
isn't it?
it?
I'm afraid it is.
Everything goes dark and you
Everything
die.
goes
I hope it
dark,
was worth it.
And you die.
The prisoner. Is it possible to go to chapter 3
In
though?
the woods. And at the end of that path,
Yep.
you're here to slay her.
It'll be the end
If
of the
you
world. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. Don't forget what he did to us the
Ooh.
last time around.
Have we had the voice of the
Get out
skeptic
his
though?
mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can
hear you too, right?
It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Just by the way, I know I'm in front of some of the words, but I mean, where else was I put this up? Let's assume I'm telling the truth. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in.
Take the knife and do what you're
Do what
supposed
you're
to.
supposed
Wink.
to. Wink. Did you just say wink? No, I didn't. Wink.
Some people actually can't wink. Can you guys wink? Just like a chilled one, like, you know? Some people, my girlfriend, actually goes like, has to twist her whole face. It's funny.
This clown.
Proceed to the cabin. Try it. Look at yourself in the mirror and see if you can actually wink.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
A few pathetic whispers.
A few
Straight
the only
lie.
furniture of note is an eye. The blade is your implement. You'll need.
Are we gonna try and save her a second time? Take the blade.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
He's not gonna stop us this time, so approach the mirror. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall and enter the basement. I already know these things, I think. I'm very
Door
curious
to
to
the
see
basement
what
creaks
kind of
open,
ending it will
revealing an
provide.
old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slime. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
How will she sound now?
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Is this the next day? Because then you had me
She'll
yesterday.
remember us. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck
She looks like a
clanking
cartoon.
loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
But I didn't. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here, leave the princess, and sit with her, slay the princess, sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit, sit closer.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who's it for? Oh, there's a lot. Okay. What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you. Okay. What's the other chain for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself.
Meh. Inspector Shackle, you were asking about my intentions today. What do you mean? I've been here before. Let's do
I
it.
wouldn't do that.
Why is that?
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
So the voice of the skeptic is more skeptic about the actual narrator than anyone else.
What if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspector Shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Gonna make myself as small as possible so you guys can actually see the... There you go.
What is that supposed to mean?
It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Is it bad? Yes. It's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yep. Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll...
That's
Stop.
horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Do you know what this was going... did you know that this was going to happen to me? She's gonna say no.
No.
Well, I've never actually seen it before, but I just guessed. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Not one for small talk. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Not one for small talk.
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains...
And it's cold and
the world
silent.
is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But we're both stuck, so what are you talking about?
She's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It
Ah,
harms
shut up.
everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
Doesn't answer anything.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. In fact, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You're not rude, just like unnecessary. Hello. Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
That's
She
true.
hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly,
There's no
There are no
walls.
walls.
And then...
and
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Bye-bye. Like a flower. Then we're gonna see a mirror. We're gonna see ourselves in the mirror and see what happens. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her stead.
she's gone.
Where did she go?
Where did she
Should we
go?
try to find
Was
her?
that a-
Mirror. Why is it here? Why now? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you.
Don't do this. Ignore him. Oh, so I'm now ignoring the hero, the approach here.
This doesn't feel right. It
It feels different. Fine.
different.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Fear. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Whew! I need to go for some manicure or pedicure, whichever one's the hand. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me. Literally. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin again. And then she's gonna be up there, and then you're at the cabin, gonna talk, approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The chain is still around the neck, though. What are you? The gift of fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there! Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Good question, damn. What are you? The gift of fragile is the...
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Because you just said only me and you come here in this space. So what happened to the world, since this is not like space in the world, you know? Do we know each other? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are.
But I know...
But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So more perspectives, meaning more playthroughs and so on. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me?
More than you have found.
No, okay, whatever. No shit. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
So you're depressed. How much will I forget? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? I'm not going back. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Not much to remember, she was not one for small talk.
You won't.
Okay. Wow. I just knew it. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I'm not gonna make these long. I'm gonna and make it one thing, but I do hope you guys enjoyed basically part 1 of 2. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's see what happens. Let's see all the other parts that we can find of her, like she just said, and then we'll see what kind of ending I get, because apparently I got the worst ending the last time. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go.